Well, good morning, Charlie. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Danny. Doing well. How are you?
Good. So it looks like you are in the typical church planter office. You make shift wherever you can be. Where are you at?
I am in the nursery of my 1-month-old. She's actually asleep right next to me here.
Well, that's
Not
awesome.
really. But yeah, we have a second born. Was born just a month ago.
Well, congratulations. So I'm sure that you're getting plenty of sleep at this point. But the reason I'm calling is not only just a congratulations for the new baby, but you are the Converge Mid-America Church Planter of the Month. So congratulations. So
Well, thank you. It's an honor.
yeah, we love to just pick out some of our church planners that are doing some great things. And you were pre-launch phase before COVID and quarantine and all of that stuff hit. So, like some of those
Yep.
other church planners, maybe we're questioning: Is this thing going to work? Is it going to happen? And clearly, you've got some really great stuff going on. So, give us a little background of what's happening with the church.
Yeah, well, we're planning Hope Church in downtown Knoxville, Tennessee, and moved here about a year ago with 3 other families, all from the Midwest area. And we so back in January, right before all this happened, we had kind of set a vision for what the next year would look like. Um, and COVID hit, and it kind of sent us off for a loop, which I think everyone can relate to at this point. But it was about 2 months in when we realized, this thing's going to last a long time. And we started to look at our vision. We realized that we really didn't need to change a whole lot about our approach. What we were doing kind of lent itself to the situation, and actually provided a place for people, I think, that are dealing with a lot of pain and loneliness right now to jump in to a community that works for them. So I'll explain what we're doing. We had this vision to launch home-based communities focused on the neighborhood, the distinct neighborhood that they're in, throughout the urban core of Knoxville, serving their neighborhood, sharing meals together, studying God's word. And then we'd bring those communities together for corporate worship, preaching, that sort of thing, a typical church service feel twice a month. And we said, by August we were going to launch 2 of these communities. By the end of the year we are going to have 4, and it's looking like by the end of the year we will have 4. We were able to launch 1 in August. We have 1 in its infancy stages, and we'll hopefully be starting to gather regularly in the next month here. And then 2 couples who are dreaming about launching their own hope communities, we're calling them, by the end of the year. We've also been able to start gathering for our corporate worship gatherings twice a month. We've started to do that already, which has been pretty exciting. Doing that in the backyard with police sirens going by and dogs barking and cicadas blaring. It's been a blast.
Well, that sounds awesome. Sounds very much like an Acts 2 type of church. One quick other thing before I let you go,
Yep.
because I know you shared this really, really great. You're doing these discipleship intensives. So the
Right.
weeks that you're not gathering for corporate worship, tell me just briefly about that.
Yeah, we really wanted to prioritize community. We want everyone in our church to be known and to know, and we also wanted to prioritize developing leaders and disciples. And to do that, we've taken half the Sundays of the year, and instead of gathering for corporate worship, we're going to be developing disciples in what we're calling discipleship intensives. This is a 6-month commitment. Right now, we have 12 people committed to an intensive that's going to be starting in November. And we go through kind of the theological foundation for why we're doing things the way we're doing it. Personal spiritual growth. As you become a disciple of Christ, you can make disciples of Christ. That's very important. And we're also helping people to just live more missionally in their context and help others to do the same as they lead these communities. How to develop an incarnational community in their neighborhood. So that's what those intensives are about. Like I said, we have 12 people that are committed to doing that. We're praying for God to bring along some more in the next month or so.
Well, that's great. Well, Charlie, keep up the good work. We're really just excited to see how God's really essentially launched this church in the middle of COVID and
Yeah.
quarantine, and how it will continue to grow. So keep up the good work and congratulations.
Thank you, Danny.